Let's welcome a new beautiful face to the show, a high fashion model on the runway and TikTok, Mathieu, right?
Hi,
Yes.
welcome.
How are you
Thank you
doing?
guys for having me. I'm good. How are you guys?
We're good.
It's very
Nice.
early.
It's really late for him, so I guess
Okay.
it works out, right?
You're in New York right now?
I am, yeah. I'm at my apartment in New York. I just moved here.
How did your family initially feel about you being approached for modeling? Were they supportive?
No, not at the beginning. They thought it was a scam. And I thought it was a scam too, because I was like, when I got the card at the festival, I was like, I have to be cautious about this, because I didn't think it was very common for people to be scouted at music festivals. So I was like, this is just like a weird place to be like, scouting for runway models. But then my agent came in and we had lunch. He took me and my parents out to lunch, and he needed to take my parents out because I was 17 at the time, so like I wasn't an adult and I couldn't even sign the contract by myself, so he needed their approval. And he like sat them down and he basically like calmed them down and was like, this is not a scam. And basically you can tell whether it's a scam or not based on whether they're charging you for test shoots or not. So like if you're signed to Wilhelmina, the scammy agencies are like, okay, we want to sign you, but let's do a $2,000 test shoot to get your digitals. It should always be free, and they should just take a percentage of your work so that they want to give you work. That's how it should work. And then when my dad heard that, he was like, yeah, okay, that's cool. We can do this.
No, I love that you're saying that, because many people, they want to get into modeling so badly and they get taken advantage of. And like you said, you should never pay up front. If the agency believes in you, they will then basically pay up front and then later just take it out of your income, what you make for them. And that's like, but I know I would feel the same. I did the same thing when I first got scouted. I was like, is this real? And so good. I think it's good for your parents that they were suspicious.
Yeah.
Because who knows?
You are right. Like, it's really unfortunate. Like, they really do, like, take advantage of, like, a lot of kids. Because it's, like, a lot of people, like, grow up and, like, modeling is, like, their dream. And then they just run into the wrong agency, and the agency just takes advantage of them. And then after that $2,000 test shoot, they basically, like, you don't hear from them, like, ever again.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when did you realize, wow, this is actually the real deal? What was like your first big job?
So my first job ever was the Calvin Klein show in New York when Ralph Simmons was the creative director. And I was actually exclusive for that. So they booked me like ahead of time, and I couldn't, like, even if I wanted to, I couldn't work for anyone else until the show happened. And that show was when I was like, okay, this is like for real. Like when they were talking to me after the show and they were like, ASAP was there, Millie Bobby Brown
my
was
gosh.
there. Like Stranger Things season 1 had just came out.
ASAP.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so after I heard that, I was like, yo, this is crazy. And like, I don't know, just like talking to the other models that were like doing this as a career, I was like, maybe I could do this as a career. And then I quit my job back home. Like after that show, it was like I had only done one show and I was like, okay, I'm done. Like quit my job.
So you were 17 when you did your first project?
Yes.
And it was a major project.
That's huge.
Yes.
Wow.
And my agent had to chaperone me. And my first season in Paris and Milan, my parents flew out with me because I was 17. And it was really sweet because like I got to like bring them backstage and like they got to see like the life, and like my dad like drove me to castings in a rental car. Like it was just like the best.
That.
That is so cute.
It was the best.
Because many times when when models come to Asia, they're like 16, 17, or even younger. I've seen girls here as young as 14 and they come without their parents. And I'm like, how do you even... Because I started when I was like 18, 19, so I was relatively old when I got scouted. And doing everything by myself, it was quite overwhelming. And especially if you're in a city you don't know. So I'm
Yeah.
a little bit jealous that, you know, when you kind of started that you had like your parents there, and because I'm like, where's anything? Oh my
Yeah.
God, where do I go?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
lovely. And I think your parents also could then trust that this is real because they actually got to see behind the scenes a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. They got very comforted by it, and so basically, Milan is first, London is second, and Paris is last for men's. So they stuck with me in Milan and in London, and then in Paris, there were a few days where they were just like, you know, like, you can do this like by yourself, just like. They had to come with me to the shows, but for the castings and the fittings, they were just like, yeah, go ahead.
They're like, go
you can do
ahead,
this
we'll
by
go
yourself."
to the Eiffel Tower. We'll have our own little vacation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You like that?
You like that?
You want some of that?
You want some of that? If you enjoyed this video, please give this video a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to this channel.
And please turn on the notification bell and you'll never miss an episode.
Nope.